going on, Jerome's? So, of course, Aaron Jones, even at an advanced age of 30, had a phenomenal season here with the Minnesota Vikings. After getting wise and coming to the correct side of the river, the pride of UTEP, formerly Texas Western, Glory Road, really bought into the motif of the Vikings, skull and all that stuff, bringing the sombrero. It was good times, man. And like we said, it was a phenomenal season. And for the first time in his career, he really was a bell cow running back. He'd mainly been part of a committee during his time in Green Bay. And as a RB1 for the Vikings, he did the damn thing, setting career high in carries as well as rushing yards, and was a big part of the Vikings running game. You would have liked to have more, though, because even though Jones was phenomenal, it just felt like there were nicks and bruises, even though he played in every single game. And that's always a concern with Aaron Jones, his durability, because he has missed time throughout his career before last year. But with Jones, obviously, him being a great veteran, great leader, fantastic in that running back room. Also, him being a superb receiver as well as pass protector. He still has something to give in the National Football League, and it's clear that Jones and the Vikings that want to work something out. Yeah, so like Byron Murphy Jr., they pushed that void date to the first day for one day before the start of the new league year, giving them time to work out an extension before those void year cap hits come home to roost. And long story longer, Kevin Seifert, who is not Carl Gershman over at ESPN. What's next for Vikings backfield free agent Aaron Jones? Here's a couple of excerpts. It seems safe to rule out at least one possibility as the Vikings sort through the backfield options this spring. They do not want to repeat their heavy use of veteran running back Aaron Jones, who set career highs in touches, 306, carries 255, offensive snaps 700 in his first season with the team. Jones made it through all 18 games, even while nursing hip, rib, and quad injuries. He had the most rushing yards, 1138, and second most yards from scrimmage, 1546 in his career. But as he approaches free agency at age 30, the Vikings have signaled that they will dial back his playing time if he returns. And maybe that is the crux of things. Like, if he goes to a team in free agency that says you will be our RB1, say he goes to the Broncos or something, like maybe that does change the calculus, where if he returns to the Vikings, he's likely going to be part of a timeshare, right? Speaking after the Vikings wildcard loss to the Rams, Jones said he, of course, hoped to return to Minnesota in 2025. We'll see how it plays out, he added, but this is where I want to be. Now, a lot of players do say that, except I feel like Jones means it. Honestly, I feel like Jones truly found himself a home here in Minnesota. I think that he's one of the reasons why the culture was so great here, and I think that he wants to finish out his career in the great state of Minnesota. It does make sense. Even if he is best suited for more of a rotational role, Jones remains one of the best options in a presumptive free agent class that also includes Najee Harris, J.K. Dobbins, Rico Dowdle, Javonte Williams, and Cam Akers. His $7 million contract last season ranked 14th among running backs in average per year. That's how down bad the running back market has become. Like, where 7 is 14th. Yeah. And he could have multiple suitors among teams that want to sign a veteran runner. If Jones returns, however, it will likely look different from his workhorse role in 2024. Now, just as the running back market was trying to reshape itself and bounce back, so last free agent class running backs was great. Josh Jacobs to the Packers, Derrick Henry to the Ravens, as well as obviously Saquon to the Eagles. But now this year, it ain't the same. Like, I like Najee Harris, not at 10, 11, 12 million bucks per year. All right, and with Jones, like, his market value via Spot Rack is at $5.6 million. I think that does factor in he would have a reduced role, which makes sense that he would have reduced compensation. And let's not dismiss that this is potentially one of the best running back classes in recent memory in terms of peak as well as in terms of depth. All right, so the Vikings, if they do bring Aaron Jones back, which I think is likely at this point, given the actions of both sides, that they want to work something out. But, of course, money talks, so we'll see what happens at the end. But the Vikings, I would feel fine bringing back Jones, not as a true blue bell cow running back one. Also, I would be okay if they brought back Akers, but also they got to partake in this running back draft class. maybe multiple times. And I'm talking about not just draft picks, since the Vikings only have 4, but also UDFAs, putting a lot of guaranteed cash, making some of those undrafted running backs who would be normally like 4th, 5th round picks in a normal draft class, make them priority UDFAs and go from there. But overall, like Aaron Jones was really damn good this year. I think that he still can contribute a lot to the Vikings. Could he just become like a 3rd down back? Yeah, I think he certainly could. Where, say, the Vikings draft an RB1, take care of some of the early down work. Maybe they bring back Cam Akers. Hell, maybe they do sign a Najee Harris and Aaron Jones for a reduced rate. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of cap money that could just throw things around. But honestly, Jones, team leader, spiritual leader, receiver on 3rd down, as well as pass protector, I wouldn't be mad at that. Wouldn't be mad at all. But your thoughts are thoughts. Future of Aaron Jones, what's going to happen? Let us know your thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.